up the existing requirement of the authorities to notify families of the suspect in the event a member is detained or arrested. It makes clear that family members of detainees must be notified when suspects are arrested or under house surveillance. But there are exceptions. That's when the police decide this notification would impede the investigation and/or for cases relating to national security or terrorism. Well, let's talk about this. When the NPC released its annual amendment to the public for comment, some critics, both at home and abroad, were saying about the articles concerning detention and arrest and claimed these proposed changes are legalizing secret detention. Is it so?
I think there is a kind of misunderstanding about that. First, we should put it into the historical development of those measures. First, let's talk about the residence surveillance. You know, in 1979, when the law was promulgated, that measure was used as substitute for detention and arrest. For those criminal suspects are not committed very serious crimes, and then they may be in a position not suitable for a detention. For example, a woman is pregnant, or is nursing a baby, or is ill. So we have the residence surveillance. And you know, at the time, in China, the neighbors know each other very well. So there was no need for police officers to do the surveillance. It would be done by the neighbors or the neighboring committee. However, since the 1990s, there has been a great change in our society because people are becoming not so familiar with each other in the neighborhood. You are living in the tall building. You don't know who are your neighbors.
This happened in a modernizing society. Exactly. Everybody knows his name.
Right. So for a period of time, the residence surveillance was not used because the police officer investigator said we couldn't have person to surveil, that suspect, and we couldn't find the right person to do that. But somehow later, some investigative agencies wanted a kind of a tactic. They don't put them in their residence, in their home. They put them in a special room. For example, in the hotel room. Right. It would be easier for them to surveillance them. And later, in some localities, they may even put them into so-called investigation center of the police department or investigative agencies. So they have